I grew up on the water and I had a student license as a kid, so I just had 5 traps that I'd go out with my dad and haul when I was, 8 years old. And then once I hit high school, I was like not that interested anymore. It was not something I ever thought I would do. It was never something that I was like, oh yeah, one day I'm going to be a lobsterman. I probably would have laughed if in high school somebody told me I was going to be a lobsterman. When it comes to lobstering, it's one of the most sustainable fisheries that I think exists in this country. It is highly, highly regulated. And, when we haul a trap and we're going through the lobsters, I would say we are throwing back 3/4 of the lobsters that we catch in our traps because, they have to make the measure, they can't be notched, they can't have eggs. There are so many regulations put in place to protect the lobsters that something I feel really good about when I'm out there. I don't feel like, oh, we're overfishing the population because there are so many regulations that have been put in place, and they were put in place by the fishermen themselves. Like my grandfather was one of the people who advocated for the V-notch, which is when you catch an egg-bearing female lobster that has eggs in its tail, you notch the second flipper from the right to signify to other fishermen this is an egg-bearing lobster. You have to throw it back and it's going to continue to reproduce and create more lobsters. So that's something I feel really good about with lobstering. And then with the scallop farm, I think that you have to put foreign material into the water to grow them into nets. Besides that, it's a positive impact on the environment. I think it's probably one of the cleanest, greenest proteins you can consume is bivalve aquaculture.